Thank you for joining me, Leilani, aka Candy Lee, New Zealand's first slash only transgender wrestler. It's a pleasure to have you with me today.
Thank you for having me.
And it's good to be able to talk to you. I guess the first part we can start with is the fact that you've been in the media and a lot of people have seen your name and a lot of people have seen you perform as a wrestler as Candy Lee. But if I just talk to Leilani for the moment and ask you, since there's been news about you coming out as, first transgender to be a New Zealand wrestler, what is the perception that you're seeing people have on you, or maybe the media is trying to take from you? What is it that you're seeing, and what's your response to the attention about it so far?
I feel the media so far has portrayed it in like a positive light. It's not really so much how they perceived it. It's more like how some people's comments about it. It's kind of, I don't know, people aren't educated enough on like transgender people, I guess. So I see a lot of ignorance and just comments that are kind of mean. But yeah, but I think it comes down to a lack of education when it comes to when it comes around like transgender people and yeah.
So if I put myself in the shoes of those people, and I haven't read the comments, but if I have a go at to guess what they would say, I'm assuming that it comes along as something like this. No, she shouldn't be fighting against women. She's technically male, yada, yada, yada. And what's your response to that? What is it that you want to educate people in that and how you define yourself?
When I see comments like that, it's just like in pro wrestling, it's more entertainment. It's not legitimate sport. Like, and also like when I read comments like, "Oh, that's not fair. She has an advantage because she was born a male." That I feel that's really stupid because there are a lot of women that are out there that are stronger than men, but being transgender, I don't feel I have an advantage because I'm on estrogen and testosterone blockers, so my body is basically female, so I don't feel I have like a strength advantage or anything. And like I've read comments about like, oh, letting her compete in the women's division is basically promoting male assaulting female and making it okay, but I don't understand that at all. Like, to me and what I feel being trans is I don't feel like I'm a woman at the end of the day that happens to be trans, so I feel I don't have an advantage over anyone. And like people saying comments like, "Oh, you're promoting male assaulting female," but I feel I don't see it as a way of promoting that at all. Like I just don't understand that. But it comes down to a lack of education.
And what is it that you feel like you can promote through that? Or what is it that you feel on your side? So we hear what other people are thinking, but in terms of what you're doing, and you mentioned it's entertainment at the end of the day. What is it that you're doing? You're just a woman, and I've identified as a woman, and you're just fighting other women. Is it just that plain, or is there more to it?
I'm a woman that happens to be trans. Like I don't like I don't know. I just don't feel like I don't know how to explain it, but like yeah, I don't know how to explain it. But to me, I feel like I'm just a girl, so it makes more sense for me to be in the women's division. Like, I live my life as a woman. I present myself as a woman. I use female pronouns. So why should I not be in the women's division? Because for me, at the end of the day, I am a woman. Like, I feel it would look weird if you put me in the men's division. Like, people will still comment on that. So I feel like I can't win anyways. If you know what I mean?
So I guess in terms of how the public see it, it's a lose-lose situation because if you're with the in the men's division, you're going to look like a girl getting beat up by a guy. And then if you're in the women's division, you're going to look like people are going to say, oh, it's technically a male beating up another female.
I feel like there's just people's ignorance though, because if people do say comments like, "Look, she's technically born a male," but like, yeah, that's what she's born, but that's not. Yeah, I was born male, but it doesn't change the fact that to me and how I feel, I'm a woman, so I want to be respected as a woman. Don't get me wrong, I'm proud of being transgender and stuff, but I don't want that to just be the definition of who I am as a woman and as a person, because I feel I'm more than that.
If you take away the public perception, then, and if you just look at the companies being okay with it, they wouldn't put you on there unless they were okay. Wrestling is a safe sport. I've seen that a whole lot of it's got to do with being able to trust the person that you're wrestling with, to know that when they're going to do the moves on you, they're going to do it so that you're safe. Obviously, as a part of entertainment as well, but obviously, if the company feels like it's okay, I mean, does it really matter what anyone else thinks or has to say about it?
The company's okay with it. The women that I've faced are all right with it. Like, the wrestling scene in New Zealand in general is okay with it, and the wrestling scene as a whole is okay with it. It's not even, I feel like, yeah, it just comes back to people being ignorant and stuff. But like, they can talk about me being a transgender woman wrestling, but then, like, what do they feel about intergender wrestling that happens? Like, that, I don't know, I just don't get it. But I think it comes down to the lack of education.
Definitely. And it looks like a whole lot of people won't even have the time for it, just because they just get a perception anyway. But going away from that, because it is what it is, really. And I mean, you can try and educate people as much as you want, but if people aren't going to listen, well, fast forward, bye bye. So
yeah. At the end of the day, I'm just a girl who's pursuing something that she's passionate about and what she loves. Like, I just happen to be transgender, but the way I look at it, I'm just a girl that's pursuing something that I love and I'm passionate about.
So obviously, what I've seen, and I don't know if this is 100% true, but for me personally, the pinnacle of wrestling, when I see it, is WWE. I guess financially, in terms of stardom, and obviously there are other companies that people go to just because of the sport. But is the WWE somewhere where you'd like to end up and maybe possibly be the first transgender woman to go and compete in that, or is that a bit too far and you just like what you're doing at the moment?
I like what I'm doing at the moment, but I'm not gonna lie. My ultimate dream would be to be in the WWE. I mean, it's been a dream of mine since I was young and watching it. And growing up, I only watched the WWE, so of course that was like the only wrestling I watched growing up. And yeah, so it was obvious that I'd want to end up there. But being the first transgender in the WWE, that's not really a thing that came, like, that wasn't really a thing for me. For me, it's just I want to work there because that's the company that I watched growing up, and yeah.
It's pretty much the pinnacle. But I guess what you're saying is whether you're transgender or not, that's it. You want to be there, and it's not just about being classed as the first transgender woman. You just want to go there and wrestle and live the dream.
Yeah, I just wanna live out my childhood dreams and what I was passionate about growing up. It's not really about being the first. For me, it's just, like I said earlier, I'm just a girl that's chasing her dream of wanting to wrestle and pursuing something that she's passionate about.
Awesome. Hey, look. Well, thank you very much for giving me some of your time. It's really cool to be able to talk to you, and thank you for joining us on the show.
I just want to say, like, you should definitely come to our shows. Our next show is the 23rd of this month at the Mount Eden War Memorial. You should totally come check it out. And follow Impact Pro Wrestling on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me too if you want.